Well, hello. I just wanted to get back with you again this week in our study through Jesus the King and to offer our three takeaways from chapter 2 and to get us ready for chapter 3 next week together. For all of you that may be doing this outside of our group, that may have gotten a book and studying along, I hope that this is helping you. If not, you're more than welcome to join us Sunday morning at 9:30 or Wednesday at 6:30 as we kind of work through this very revealing book about Christ and who he is in our life and who we may be as a result of him. So these are just the three I wanted to go through on chapter 2 today, and I hope that this continues to be helpful to you. The first is that Jesus called us to hear and respond to the message, and the message that he has is good news. Christianity is not about advice or how to reach God or to please him or even about how to live our lives. The message is that heaven is come near, and that if we turn away from our old life and turn to a life with Jesus, then we can live as near to heaven as possible. Advice and performance models are burdens, really, that weigh us down, keeping us from really turning away from that old life. But the good news is freedom. Our King came for us and set us free from our burdens self-imposed by our own selfish and self-centeredness. Jesus is King because he is the creator and sustainer of life. When we make ourselves the center, we become the creator and sustainer of life, and it quickly disintegrates and erodes in his trouble. And Jesus came and rescued us from our own self-centeredness, known best to us as sin, and healed us from those sufferings. He put everything right again. And as Keller illustrates from Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, he says the hands of the king are healing hands, and thus the king, the rightful king, shall be known. Jesus is known to us as the rightful king because he does not destroy what he created. He renews what he created. And his redemptive work that is ongoing in our lives is his ongoing creative work. Secondly, our response to his message is to follow him. He calls us to prioritize everything in our lives, to be subordinate to him. He is first, and everything else in our life follows under or behind him. And because of that, he is able to handle our lives with his healing hands. And that's a drastic change for life, so much so that people that may observe it may call you a fanatic. Um, no one who is a Christian can be called to a moderate Christian life where we can kind of look at Christianity as extremes and we'll find ourselves somewhere in the middle. We can't do that because Jesus didn't call us to that. He called us to be fully devoted to him and fanatical, which only means that when you say you're fanatical, you have an excessive, single-minded love for Jesus and not for any of the religious practices or doctrines or tenets of faith. As the song says, it's Jesus, only Jesus. This keeps him at the center of the dance and keeps you in the place of inviting others to experience his love. Never from a superior point of view, but always offering the good news by means of what the Apostle Paul described as when he said, I have become all things to all people, so that by all means possible I might save some. And then finally, number 3 today, it would be that following Jesus means trusting him no matter where he leads you. Keller quotes George MacDonald 3 times in this chapter, all at the end. And the last time he says this, he says, you will be dead as long as you refuse to die. Or as the Apostle Paul said, to live is Christ, to die is gain. MacDonald's The Prince and the Goblin is a magical tale of faith. Follow the thread, no matter where it leads. Along the way, you will discover why the thread is wise and purposeful in its journey. Following Jesus means we die to self And our life is Christ. He is the purpose and the journey. The journey may be ominous and dark at times, but not to worry. Jesus has been there before when he bore your sin and mine on Calvary. You may feel like you're at a dead end, bloodied and crushed by life. Keep following the King. He will not crush you. He was crushed for you. He will not leave you at a dead end. He opens the way to an eternity with God. As Keller says, he followed his thread to the cross so you can follow yours into his arms. Look, I pray today that you are strengthening your faith walk with Jesus, and I hope that this has helped, and I hope that you find your way to a place of worship Sunday and really worship the King of your life, and just settle into the idea that you have to do nothing but to love him and to be loved by him. Thank you, and God bless you.